mic. All I need is one mic. That's all I need.
Welcome to FifthRoundMovement.com. On this episode, we're hanging out with stand-up comedian John Poveromo. John, thanks for hanging out with Fifth Round Movement.
No problem, man.
I always love to have another Tom's River guy on the website. Let's get real quick. How do you go from John Poveromo growing up in Tom's River and not being a performer to being where we are right now? You're doing stand-up all over the Jersey Shore in New York.
Just something, I mean, I was born in Brooklyn, so I think there's a lot of history with stand-up in Brooklyn and stuff. And, you know, you come from an Italian family, so, you know, a lot of people, you know, busting balls, shitting on each other.
A lot of funny things there.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So, I mean, you know, and that's just growing up in Tom's River and stuff like that. My friends all have a good sense of humor, like to make each other laugh, so.
You know, I love Tom's River. I'm proud to have grown up there. It's a funny place. If you can't look and laugh at what happens when you get off exit 82 on the Garden State Parkway, there's something wrong with you.
I think I have the right amount of confidence though for like I'm not one of those guys that like goes to a bar and he's all douchey and whatnot, you know, like I don't want to sleep with this, but whatever, like I have the right amount, I think, because I was at a bar recently and I was talking to these two ridiculously hot girls and I was extremely confident I was taking neither one of them home. So
let's get into real quick your writing process. How do you write? Where are you getting material from? And how do you put your act together?
Basically, I mean, I'm not one of those comics that like I can't like sit down and just start to write because then I just bore the shit out of myself. So, you know, stuff will happen or whatever during the day, you know, you see stuff and observe it, and I'll write stuff down on my phone, like something I think is funny, you know, something me and my friends say, or...
that iPhone notepad is becoming valuable. Where were we without that?
I have a ton, honestly, yeah, exactly. I confuse the shit out of myself sometimes for a show. I'll be like, oh, I wanted to look at something, and I'll have like 100 notes that just mean nothing to me.
It's weird, I feel like I'm growing up, like, wrong, like, I'm not maturing at all, like, I like being a comic because I like watching my friends pass me behind a maturity level that is just insane, like my friends were looking for a house, I had no idea. They came up to me, they're all excited, like, got the house! I'm like, parents passed away? I'm like, no! How'd you do it? Let me saved, asshole. What is your problem? I have no idea. I'm going to have to get a bank account. I know.
How do we take what you write down in your iPhone notepad or your rough ideas, and how do you take that to the stage? And performance-wise, when we come and see you live, what should we expect?
I have a good idea of what's going to be funny. So like if I write something down, I can usually develop it on stage while I'm there and stuff, and just see how the audience takes it. Sometimes I bore the shit out of my friends and ask them what I think is funny. I annoy my roommate with it constantly,
I will say this, as far as you adapting stuff to the stage when you're written, the first time I saw you perform live, your crowd work was phenomenal.
Thanks.
There's probably 6 or 7 comics that night, and everybody was good, but I walked out there thinking, like, man, that guy was sick with the crowd, so gotta give you credit for that.
Thanks, man. That's something that I've always, like, I've honed more as I started doing stand-up, but that was something I've always been, like, it's just been like since I was like a kid, you know what I mean? Class clown bullshit and stuff, and, you know, just trying to get everybody's attention and whatnot. So I just apply that to performing on stage, and I just try to think on my feet a lot.
We drink whenever we want, let's be honest. We don't need a holiday to do it. Every day is St. Patrick's Day if you're this guy, right? I just imagine you drink a lot. I just feel like we made a connection when I came up here. Can you walk me out? He's going to kick the shit out of me.
Okay, so we haven't scared everybody off, and they're not scared to come and see you live, so you're going to make fun of when they're sitting in the crowd. Where can they find you online, and where can they come and see you perform live in the near future?
You can find me on Twitter.com/John Poveromo. JohnPoveromo.net, and my Facebook account is also John Poveromo.
So all John Poveromo, real name, no gimmicks, just find him online and go see him live.
Yeah.
John, we really appreciate your time. Ready to go 5 rounds?
Yeah, let's go 5 rounds.
5th round. I need your top 5 all-time favorite stand-up comedians.
Patton Oswalt, Birbiglia, love Richard Jeni ever since I was a kid. A huge fan of Robin Williams. I know that's, you know, comics worst dream. And I also love Seinfeld.
I need your top 4 venues to perform at anywhere in the world.
City Steam in Connecticut. I love that club. Bananas, Hasbrook Heights. Bananas in Poughkeepsie is a great club too. Laugh Factory in Chicago is awesome.
Done.
Great.
I need your favorite 3 musical artists to listen to before you hit the stage and perform live.
I love the Black Keys, Counting Crows, which is kind of embarrassing, and Mumford & Sons.
We're 2 Tom's River guys.
Yeah.
We're back at Tom's River after a night in Seaside, late night. We can only get 2 items at that Wawa. What are your 2 items?
Cheesesteak and, God, it's late, huh? Cheesesteak and probably some kind of candy or something like that. I can't even
Okay, now more importantly, I left my wallet in the car. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
And I need one reason why everybody should check out John Poveromo live on stage.
People have always told me I'm much shorter in person.
All I need is one mic.
Like Easter is the only holiday that I really actually feel bad for Jesus. You know what I mean? Like, because like, what do? We practice Lent on Easter, which is just a huge slap in the face to him. Because like, he's like, hey everyone, I'm gonna die for your sins. We're like, sweet, we're gonna give up Skittles.